Hello everyone, today in this video we'll fight against the atmos character of our world around us, and this time we will bluntly say the truth about the origins of current problems, but we will look at the ideological origins and the genuine origins, not the ones that are presented in the leftist propaganda like inequality or suppression of some existing or non-existing minorities or blah blah blah. The genuine reason of current problems like this all LGBT and all wokeness agenda and so on, the roots of this movement of Madhouse or mad movement, extremely mad movement, we need to look for the roots of this movement in Reformation. Yes, 1517, the famous act committed by Mr. Martin Luther, a very proud and full of hubris peasant guy who was maybe gifted. He knew many languages. Maybe his brain was working well, but his pride took over and he ignited something that lasts till today and destroys the world. In contrast to propaganda spread by Protestants and Protestant historians, spread of Protestantism was not peaceful. This we know because later we had peasant war in Germany, religious wars, all 16th and till the half of 17th century ended up with a 30 years war, very bloody wars. And we need to also remember that not all bad things and violence came from the Catholics, and as Protestant historians like to present, very often Protestants were more aggressive, more fanatic, and they were also killing themselves, and they burned hundred thousands of witches. And in case of Catholic Inquisition, everything is very well documented. The numbers of witches or people burned at the stake in comparison to entire populations of those days are really marginal. I mean the numbers of people burned at the stake within the Catholic countries, Catholic communities. If we compare them to the numbers of people who lost their lives in such a way, among Protestants is far more, despite the fact Protestant communities even today are not so numerous as Catholic ones. So numbers will tell you the truth, especially in this case. And we see that immediately, few years after the famous declaration of Martin Luther and start of Protestantism, because some of the lords of German nobility supported him, that's why he survived, because they didn't want to be dependent on church and they wanted to grab the property of church, monasteries and churches in the name of new faith and new order and religious revival. These were the first years of Protestantism. That's why later we had peasants' war in Germany, where peasants simply believed in this, what Luther was saying, that everyone is equal, everyone can just grab the properties of their lords and the church, because they are all good Christians. So peasants arised and uprising started, but surprisingly, when it started, Luther distanced himself from it. He turned back because it was good to be under the protection of some nobility guys, and it was comfortable to have some time to translate the Bible from original languages to the German dialect he knew. So, and it was good to eat for free lunches, so he didn't support peasants who took really literally his thesis he presented at the door of the cathedral in 1517. That's why even Lutherans freshly supporters of Luther, so later called Lutherans, and Catholics, lords united to suppress the peasants. So this is the first revolution we have, still lasting because Protestant sects are still being created, and divisions among Protestants still continue. New religious groups emerge each year. And another revolution was, of course, French Revolution, also connected very much with Protestant one. Yeah, it was atheistic now, against religion, but it expressed the same fanatism as Calvinism in Genève during the times of Jean Calvin, or Jean Calvin, depend how we pronounce it. So this was another revolution. Another revolution also deeply connected with the previous two is Bolshevik Revolution, yes, especially with French one. And the third one we have now, since 1960s. Now, yeah, but it's long lasting because it's social revolution done. It is done according to the points that were presented by, or suggestions that were given by, I should say suggestions that were given by Antonio Gramsci, the Italian Marxist, who said that brutal physical revolutions like previous ones I mentioned as well, they didn't change much. Society still functions as it was functioning. The regime, in best case when revolution is successful, only changes, but the deep roots of society are still intact. So he concluded that to change really the society into the Marxist one needs to change cultural hegemony. So now not people, yeah, abortion, euthanasia, and so on. Not people are always directly under attack, not people themselves, but their culture and their values. And now we see that when culture and values are attacked, we don't have the revolution against the church, we don't have the revolution against the nobility or the priests, and we don't have the revolution against bourgeoisie. We have revolution against the entire humanity, because we see that in the societies where this revolution really took over, they are disappearing, demographically dying, and culturally they are indifferent from each other. They are nothing else than cultural emptiness, cultural abyss. So I hope that here I just nicely presented you the path, how we reach till the times of the neo-Marxism. So I would say green socialist revolution, which lasts, I would say symbolic date is hippie youngsters times, 1968 till now. We have the revolution of green socialists. So just to sum up: Protestant Revolution, French Revolution, Bolshevik Revolution, and now we have, since the end of 1960s, green neo-Marxist Frankfurt School revolution. Can be called green because they always pretend that they are environmentalist, but it has nothing to do with environment. What I proved to you as chemist in some of my previous video, that these eco solutions they propose are not so eco-friendly as they claim. All the best, have a nice day, bye.